All right, what is going on YouTube? Excited to share another video with you today on how to go about planning an effective workout routine. Really important video. I think it's going to help a lot of you. If you're watching this and you're new to my channel, I'm super glad that you are here. Really excited to have you. Excited that you would be interested in hearing what I have to say about planning a workout routine. So let's dive right in. So there's two questions that I think we need to ask ourselves when planning a workout routine that kind of just gets to, I think, some assumptions about what it is to work out, what it is to train. And so the first question we got to ask is, what is the goal in the first place? What is the goal of an effective workout routine? And then the second question is pretty similar. It's kind of asking the same thing, but in a different way. We want to ask ourselves, how do we know if our workout routine is working or not? So what is the goal of an effective routine, and how do we know that our routine is working? The goal of any workout routine, and this is just my opinion, don't take it as the voice of God, but in my opinion, the goal of any workout routine is to get stronger, to gain strength on key lifts. And I'm going to kind of get into that here in a little bit on what lifts you should be focusing on, what movement patterns you should be focusing on, because I think a lot of guys, they don't really know what they're doing when they go to the gym. You know, I go to the gym a few times a week, and I can't help but watch sometimes what other guys are doing, and you can just kind of get an overall sense that some people, they're just kind of going through the motions, whether that's a lack of intensity, a lack of effort, maybe they're just kind of rotating around the machines or whatever. And here's the thing, I don't know everyone's story, I don't know everyone's journey and why they're doing the things they're doing, obviously, but I just kind of get this general sense that a lot of people really don't know what they're supposed to be doing when they go to the gym, especially for men. At least when I observe some of the men that are working out at the gym that I go to. That's obviously not everybody, but that's why I want to create this video. I want to be helpful to you in knowing what you should be doing when you plan your workouts. And you have to know from the outset that the goal should be to get stronger. And so if that's the goal, then your workout routine is working when you're getting stronger. It's that simple. The goal is to gain strength on key lifts, and your routine is working if you're actually making progress in the gym by either increasing the reps you perform or the amount of weight you're able to lift over time, week by week, month by month, year by year. And so with that being said, and I think those things are important to know. But with that being said, let's get into how to actually plan a routine based around the goal of gaining strength and making sure that we can track our progress over time to make sure that we're actually getting stronger on key lifts. So the first step that you want to do is you want to choose whether or not, or which split you're going to do. Now, a workout split is basically how many times a week are you going to work out and what muscle groups are you going to work out in those different workouts. And so there's only two options in my opinion. You have a 2-day split or you have a 3-day split. You can work out twice a week or you can work out 3 times a week. Now that might sound alarming to some of you, and some of you probably just shut me out, and that's okay. But for the guys that really want to learn, I encourage you to keep listening. But you really only have two options, a 2-day split or a 3-day split. Now, the reason for that is because when the goal is to gain strength, when your goal is to get stronger, when you go into a heavy lifting session, when you actually push very hard and the intensity is high and you are aiming for personal records and you are actually making progress in the gym, you have a hard hitting workout, it's going to take your body 48 hours to recover from that workout. Specifically, it's going to take your nervous system about 48 hours to recover. It's not just about muscular recovery, it's about neurological. It's about your CNS, your central nervous system, recovering as well from a hard-hitting workout. And so you want at least 1 day of rest in between each workout that you do. So if you work out on Monday, hard-hitting workout, you don't want to work out again until Wednesday. And then after that, you don't want to work out again until Friday. So Tuesday and Thursday would be your rest days, and then of course Saturday and Sunday would be your rest days as well. And this would be for a 3-day split. You'd work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's actually what I prefer. It works super well. Now when it comes to a 2-day split, I would recommend working out on like a Monday and then maybe Thursday. And so in between your Monday and Thursday workout, you'd have a couple days in there. And then after Thursday, you'd have about 3 days until your next Monday workout. 2-day splits work really well for guys that are busy. In fact, over these next couple weeks around the holidays, I'm actually going to switch for the next couple weeks to a 2-day split, simply because my gym is closed for Christmas and New Year's. And so I'm going to kind of work around their schedule, and I'm just going to go to the gym a couple times each week for the next couple weeks. And that works really, really well, because when the goal is to get strong, as long as you're getting stronger, you know you're progressing, you know the routine is working. And I've mentioned this before, but muscle is a byproduct of strength. So some guys think that they can't build muscle working out only 2 or 3 times a week. And I would say it's because they're not working out hard enough. They lack intensity in the gym. They don't know what they're doing. Again, that's why I'm making this video. But you have to know that muscle is a byproduct of strength. And then as you build muscle, the more muscle you have, the greater your strength is going to be. So it's kind of like this cyclical or circular effect, where the stronger you get, the more muscle you're going to put on. The more muscle you put on, the stronger you're going to get. And that works best with a 2-day or a 3-day routine. If you work out every single day, which is highly unrecommended, you're not going to give your body, your nervous system, your muscles, your local neurons that fire those muscles, you're not going to give them ample time to recover. And that's very important. So if you work out on a Monday, like I said, you shouldn't go in for another hard-hitting workout until Wednesday. And so, and then again on Friday. Or if you do the 2-day, you'd come in on a Monday, you'd rest a couple days, and then come in for another hard-hitting session on Thursday. So that's the first step. Choose whether or not you're going to do a 2-day split or a 3-day split. You really don't want to work out more than 3 days a week. Just trust me on that. Second step is you need to choose your exercises. So when it comes to choosing your exercises, there are 5 basic movement patterns that need to be in your routine, in your workout routine. That's pushing, that's pulling, that's squatting, that's hip hinging, and that's overhead pressing. So push, pull, press, squat, and hip hinge. And so within those 5 basic movement patterns that are basic to just life, we squat, we go to pick something up, we push our hips back and we bend over to pick something up, we pull ourselves up, we push ourselves up off the ground, we lift our kids over our head, whatever it may be. Very basic movement patterns that when you pick key lifts that fit within those movement patterns, they not only translate to just a stronger life, a stronger body, they translate to a better, more well-rounded body as well. Now, when I say key lifts, you need to choose key lifts that, in my opinion, build a better body. So for example, instead of just like flat bench press, I would opt to do incline, barbell incline bench press, or dumbbell incline bench press, where the bench is at about a 30 to 45 degree, I would say 30 degree angle, and it really hits your upper chest muscles and your shoulders. And so you're not really getting, I think I've talked about this before, but a lot of guys, they focus on flat bench and they kind of develop pecs that look more like breasts, and that's not a good look. I would prefer to build up my upper chest to give me more of that masculine kind of look, and you're still working, you're pushing muscles, so you're getting the best of both worlds, aesthetically as well as just functionally. You're still working your chest, shoulders, and triceps with it, but it's also going to give you a better body, in my opinion. So when it comes to key lifts, so for pushing, I would say primarily, doesn't mean you can never do flat bench, but I would say primarily you want to focus on incline bench press to hit your upper chest. So that would be like your barbell incline, your dumbbell incline. For your pressing, I would say standing overhead barbell shoulder press, or your seated dumbbell overhead shoulder press. Love that exercise. Been making some good gains on that recently. I would say for your pulling pattern, what you would want to do is focus on weighted chin-ups or weighted pull-ups. If you can't do chin-ups or pull-ups yet, you can do lat pull-down and basically just work your way up to body weight chins, body weight pull-ups, and then add weight from there. And as always, make sure you're pain-free doing it. For your squatting, I would focus on not really single leg movements, but Bulgarian split squats, reverse lunges, maybe some ATG split squats. But for Bulgarians, you could do barbell Bulgarian split squats, you could do dumbbell Bulgarian split squats, which is typically what I stick with, as well as some ATG split squats, which are really awesome, from the knees over toes guy. You can check him out, especially if you've got like knee pain. For your hip hinge movements, really this is for your glutes, for your hamstrings. I highly recommend Romanian deadlifts. So this could be your dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. This could be your barbell Romanian deadlifts. Really hits your glutes and your hamstrings and a little bit of your calves as well. Really good exercises. So those are your 5 key lifts: your incline bench press, your dumbbell overhead shoulder press, or your barbell overhead shoulder press, your weighted chin-ups, your Bulgarian split squats, your Romanian deadlifts. These are going to hit all 5 of your basic movement patterns, but also give you a really good body and musculature and definition and proportion when you get stronger. Remember, that's the goal. You have to get stronger on these lifts. And then there's also some accessory lifts that you need to choose from as well. So for biceps, of course, standing barbell curls. I love the incline dumbbell curls. For triceps, I love the incline overhead tricep extensions on an incline. I really like, of course, like cable rope pushdowns. I also like the overhead, cable overhead extensions for triceps. When it comes to shoulders, I really like, dumbbell lateral raises or cable leaning lateral raises to really hit, like the side shoulders. And then for your rear shoulder, rear deltoids, I really prefer like a bent over dumbbell rear delt fly. You could do the machine rear delt flies, but I would prefer, like face pulls. Doing face pulls are really, really good for your upper back, for your rear delts. And so, and then of course, you've got your core, you've got your abs, hanging knee raises, and like ab wheel rollouts. It's really all you need to develop a really good abs. Really, abs are revealed with diet, with nutrition. They're built up a little bit with proper training. And I think hanging movements like hanging knee raises, hanging leg raises, or ab wheel rollouts really do the job. And then of course, you can do calf raises and some extra stuff for legs as well. Like leg extensions and whatnot. But those are your exercises. You get your 5 basic movement patterns, your key lifts, and you want to get stronger on those. We need to talk about, when it comes to a 3-day split, what that could kind of look like when you put that together. So I recommend like a Monday upper body lift, and then a Wednesday lower body lift, and then a Friday upper body lift. And so you got 3 days. So on the first upper body day, on Monday, you're focusing on your chest muscles, some biceps, rear delts, maybe abs. And then on Wednesday, you're focusing on hitting obviously your legs, so your lower body. So you're doing, you know, like a Bulgarian split squat, some hip hinge movement like Romanian deadlifts, maybe a little bit of calf raises. And I like to actually throw in some shrugs to really focus on building up my traps. I think that's a good look. I really like doing shrugs, you know, dumbbell shrugs, barbell shrugs. I like to throw those in on my lower body day. And then on Fridays would be like a shoulder and back focused day, more of a shoulder focused day to really build up the shoulders and get stronger on overhead pressing. And then you would hit triceps, some lateral raises to focus on your side delts as well, your medial delts, really build out your shoulders. And that's it. So you got an upper body day, Wednesday lower body, Friday upper body. For a 2-day split, basically what I do is eliminate the Wednesday legs workout, and basically on the first workout, the chest focus workout, I would put in, you know, some anterior chain movement like a Romanian deadlift to really hit your glutes and hamstrings on that upper body chest focus day on Monday. Come again on Thursday for another basically upper body shoulder and back focus day, but on that day I would put my Bulgarian split squats in there as well. So you could do, you know, your overhead press, your pull-ups, your Bulgarian split squats, hit your triceps, hit your lateral raises, and call it good. You'd have an amazing workout following the principles that I'm teaching you and showing you in this video. So that's how I would go about doing my 3-day or my 2-day split when it comes to actually how to split up the muscle groups along or throughout the week. Number 3 is to choose your rep schemes, to choose your sets and reps. You want to prescribe those. I really recommend using reverse pyramid training for all of your main upper body lifts, including arms, like even like biceps and triceps. I really like using reverse pyramid training. If you don't know what that is, it's where you do your heaviest working set first, and then you rest 3 minutes, and then you drop the weight by about 10%. You do another set, add a rep or two, rest another 3 minutes, perform another set, add another rep or two, and then you're done. 3 hard-hitting sets, heaviest set first with 2 subsequent lighter sets. This is the absolute best way, guaranteed way to get stronger and to build muscle. You're hitting all rep ranges. You're hitting the 4 to 12 rep range with reverse pyramid training. It is absolutely incredible. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. For lower body lifts, for the main lower body lifts, I highly recommend doing build-up sets. Reverse pyramid training is just a little too intense, in my opinion, for the lower body because they're such big muscle groups, so it's very taxing on the nervous system. So I recommend using build-up sets, going about 3 to 4, you know, build-up sets, build up to just kind of one heavy, challenging set, and that is typically enough to hit the legs. And then, you know, for like the smaller isolation stuff like calf raises, and you know, sometimes it's good to train arms this way too, but you could use what's called straight sets, where you use the same weight for every set, but you aim to get to the top of like a rep range. Let's say like 3 sets of 8 to 10, you would use the same weight. Let's say 40-pound dumbbells, you would try to get, you know, 10 up to 10 reps every single set, while resting a couple minutes in between those sets. And then we also have one of my favorites, which is rest pause training for like your rear delts and your side delts with lateral raises. You would basically, what you do is you perform you pick a weight that you can perform for 12 to 15 reps. On your first set, you perform 12 to 15 reps, then you rest just 10 to 15 seconds, put the weight down, or I'm sorry, pick the weight back up, do another 4 to 6 reps, rest 10 to 15 seconds, do another 4 to 6 reps, rest 15 seconds, do another last, I think that, yeah, do a total of 4 sets on your last set. You're trying to get another 4 to 6 reps. That works really nicely to give the shoulders a really, not just even a good pump, but have a really good muscle fiber recruitment in a really small, short amount of time. And so basically, go back and listen to that when it comes to choosing your rep schemes, your sets and reps for your key lifts. I hope that all made sense. You can go back and listen if you still got some questions, or comment below and I'll try to answer. That was the third step. So the fourth step is to adjust or to rotate exercises as you plateau on an exercise. So you don't want to change up your routine when you plateau on one exercise. Let's say, last week you did like 80-pound dumbbells for incline dumbbell press, and then this week you come in and let's say last week you got like 6 reps, this week you come in, you can only do 5 reps. You've hit a strength plateau. What I recommend is just swapping that exercise out for incline barbell press and then focus on that for a while. So it's called exercise rotation, and I don't recommend switching up your whole routine just because you plateau on 1 or 2 exercises. What you do is just swap that exercise out for the variation that still fits within that movement pattern and that key lift variation. So that's your 4 steps. Step 1, decide if you're going to do 2 or 3 days a week. Step 2 was to choose your key lifts. Step 3 was to set your reps, your sets and reps for each exercise. For reverse pyramid training, you only want to do 3 sets. For straight sets, 3 sets. For build-up sets, I would recommend 4 sets. For rest pause training, it'd be a total of 4 sets. 1 activation set for 12 to 15 reps, and then 3 kind of mini sets for 4 to 6 reps. Again, you can go back and listen to all of that if you're still a little bit confused about something, or comment below. I'd love to answer. But those are your 4 steps. Remember, the goal is to get stronger. As you hit the top end of a rep range, let's say for reverse pyramid training, you're going 4 to 6 reps for the first set, 6 to 8 for the second set, 8 to 10 for the third set, and you're dropping the weight each set. You're not going to increase the weight until you're able to hit the top end of each one of those rep ranges for each set. Then you would increase the weight. So every single week you're trying to add 1 more rep, or you're trying to increase the weight by 5 pounds if you've hit, in your previous workout, if you've hit the top end of the rep range for each set. Now, if you are looking for a plan, for a routine that puts all of this together for you in a workout routine, combined with some really cool nutrition strategies to lose fat while you build muscle by getting stronger in the gym, I have a free 30-day fitness jumpstart guide that I wrote, that I created. It's just basically a PDF document. I put this together for absolutely free to help guys like you and like me to get into amazing shape by losing your first 4 to 6 pounds while you start to put on muscle by getting stronger on the key lifts we talked about in this video. If you're interested in that free guide, you just go to adamfarrellfitness.com/jumpstart, put your email address in there, and I will send it to you immediately for absolutely free. Just be sure to check your junk folder as well. But I would love to send that free guide to you for absolutely free. That basically just puts all of these principles together for you, combined with a really cool nutrition plan to help you drop fat and build muscle. And you can actually, even follow that plan with the principles for more than 4 weeks. With the principles I taught you today, you can follow that plan for, basically months on end. So check it out. Again, it's free. Would love to hear your results. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. I will see you in another video really soon.